Good evening, guys and dolls. This is Stephanie with Telehealth Talent here to bring you another position, another another job that you can add to your job hunting journey. So, this is from usajobs.gov. It is from the IRS. It's a contact rep, so it's seasonal. So, the IRS. You can I guess you can work there yearly, but I know they do hire around this time for seasonal employees, to get ready for the tax season. So this is, like I said before, this is the contact representative position. It is a seasonal position, but it is direct hire. So tonight we're going to take a break from the healthcare, and we're going to throw this in because it is a seasonal job. So, of course, they probably are looking for a certain amount of applicants so that they can train for the upcoming tax season. So let's go over this position. So this position here, they do require you to have a 2-page resume. They have limited it to 2 pages. Okay, so if your resume is more than 2 pages, you may want to shorten it a little bit. Okay, so let's go over a summary of the IRS. It says the IRS is hiring entry-level contact representatives for our call center site in Memphis, Tennessee. The hiring event will be September 3rd and 4th. So that is tomorrow and Thursday. Okay, it is at the Hilton, Memphis. So for those of you that live in Memphis, you gotta hurry and get to this event so that you can get you a seasonal position. It's at the Hilton, 939 Ridge Lake Boulevard, Memphis, Tennessee, 38120. The time of this event will be from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Don't miss this opportunity to begin your career with purpose. Okay, where can you find out more about the position? Jobs.irs.gov. All right, now let's talk about the duties of this position, and then we'll go over the pay rate. Okay, so what is the Taxpayer Services Division, which is the division that you will be working for? You can find a description on the irs.gov website. Vacancies will be filled in the following specialty areas of account management. The following are duties of the position: communicates with individual taxpayers, their representatives, which could be their maybe a family member, that maybe their point of contact or power of attorney, or probably an attorney, a tax attorney, professional stakeholders, and other government officials. Uses sophisticated interviewing techniques to review individual circumstances and goals, and advises on the most advantageous ways to meet them. Also, you'll be explaining what future actions are necessary for compliance by advising on tax liability. This position has career progression. So you may start off seasonal, but you may end up full-time, or you may end up a permanent seasonal person, or, what have you. If you are selected at a grade level lower than full working level, you may be non-competitively promoted. as your career progression. For example, it gives you an example. You may be hired as a GS05, but if the position has career progression to GS08, then you may move from GS05 to a GS08 in as little as 3 years. So those are, I'm assuming, the job grades, okay? What levels you can progress to. Let's talk about requirements. Conditions of employment. Must be a U.S. citizen, natural, or provide proof of U.S. citizenship. That's a birth certificate, social security card, those things, a U.S. passport, and it gives you further examples as you read on. You must undergo a review of prior performance and conduct, and an income tax verification. Refer to Get Your Tax Record. All of this can be done on the IRS website. Okay, that you can check your status of your account, balance owed, payment history, make a payment, and review answers to tax questions. Okay, another requirement. This position requires that the successful candidate undergo personnel vetting, which includes a background investigation, enrollment upon onboarding into continuous vetting. So of course you have to go through a background check. This is the government, the federal government. Okay, so you do have to do a background check. It is not background friendly, so you have to do the background check. Okay. The successful candidate will also be enrolled into the FBI's Rep service, which will allow the Treasury to receive notification from the FBI of criminal matters. Again, not background friendly. So if you have anything going on as far as charges or anything like that, I don't know if you will be a candidate for this particular job. You also have to complete a declaration of federal employment to determine your suitability for federal employment, okay, at the time requested by the agency. You have to go through a personal identity verification process that requires 2 forms of identification from the Form I-9. Federal law requires verification of the identity and employment eligibility for all new hires in the U.S. Okay, so the fair chance to complete for Jobs Act prohibits the Department of Treasury and its bureaus from requesting an applicant's criminal history record before that individual receives a conditional offer of employment. All right, what qualifications? What are the qualifications? Federal experience is not required. So they will most likely train you, sounds like. The experience may have been gained in a public sector, private sector, or volunteer service. 1 year of experience refers to full-time work. Part-time work is considered on a prorated basis. So they'll consider you on a prorated basis if you've done part-time work. Okay, to ensure full credit of your work experience, please indicate dates of employment by month, year, and indicate number of hours worked per week on your resume. Okay, specialized experience, GS5 level. You must have 1 year of specialized experience at a level of difficulty and responsibility equivalent to the GS04 grade level in the federal service. Okay, now I don't know what that means, but if you know what that means, you can apply for this job and put that on your resume. Make sure it's on your resume, so that you can get credit for GS04 grade level in the federal service. Okay. Specialized experience for this position includes experience that may have gained in work with records, documents, or federal accounts, which involved applying established rules and procedures, and experience gained through work in positions that involve frequent contact with the public, researching and responding to non-routine requests for information orally or in writing. Okay, so you may also substitute education. So if you don't have that experience, you can also have education that is equivalent to the experience. Okay, 4 years of education in above high school level to a bachelor's degree, and then it tells you how many credit hours, semester hours, quarter hours that you have to have. Okay, you can also qualify with a combination of experience, so you can have education experience and work experience combined. Okay, education for this position, let's talk about that. Education requirement. Okay, or if you are qualifying for this position by substituting education or training for experience, submit a copy. So you have to have your transcripts. Okay, you have to have transcripts along with your resume. A college or university degree generally must be from an accredited or pre-accredited college or university recognized by the Department of Education. So you can't come from anywhere. It has to be accredited. Foreign education. Let's go over that a little bit. Education completed in foreign colleges or universities may be used to meet the requirements. So they will consider you even if you have not gone to school in the United States. Okay, as long as you meet the requirements, you must show proof of education credentials. Okay, so you can't, you do have to have credentials, even though you have not gone to school in the U.S. Okay, additional information. Okay, let's talk about the additional information that they want. 1 year probationary period is required. Okay, have your salary sent to a financial institution. So you have to have direct deposit. You have to sign up for direct deposit. So if you don't have a bank account, go and get you one. Go and get you one. If you are a male applicant born after December 31st, 1959, certify that you have registered for the selective services. So you have to be signed up with the selective services. We may select from this announcement or any other source. So wherever they are, outside of the IRS, if there are other job boards that people have applied to, Indeed or US Jobs, which is what the website that I'm on, those different job boards, they will select outside of that as well. So if you didn't go to the IRS website, you may have come on this website or Indeed or wherever. They say they will look on those other job boards as well. The salary range indicated in this announcement reflects the minimum locality pay, okay, to maximum locality pay. General schedule locality pay tables must be found under salaries and wages. This is a bargaining unit position. Okay, tour of duty. Memphis, Tennessee. Location is offering day shift tours of duty, which start times ranging between 9 a.m. and 9:30 a.m. The mid-shift tour is 10 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Okay, let's go over other things. Okay, shift work assignment to a specific shift cannot be guaranteed. So there's no guarantee that you may get a shift that you want. You may have to start off on the shift that they give you and then maybe work your way around. Okay, post of duty. Training may be conducted in a designated location other than the assigned POD located in the job offer until training is complete. Alternative work schedules, staggered work hours, or telework may be available. So you may be able to work from home. Okay, you may be able to work from home. You never know. You never know. You just have to wait and see. In the event that a building is closed due to rent management, new hires may be placed in a local commuting location. Okay, season is from 6 to 8 months. So their seasonal work is 6 to 8 months, it says. Relocation expenses are not authorized. So they will not pay for you to move from one place to another, is what they're telling you. If this position is designated as hard to fill and you were referred by an IRS employee, the employee may be eligible to receive a bonus for referring you. Okay, so if you know somebody, you can let them know that you want to apply. If you know an IRS employee, you can let them know that you want to apply. If it's hard, if it's hard for you to get hired, they still get paid. So that's a good thing. Candidates should be committed to improving the efficiency of the federal government, passionate about the ideals of our American Republic, and committed to upholding the rule of law and the United States Constitution. Okay? So we're going to go over some pay rates. Let's talk about that. We'll scroll back up. So the salary for this position is $19.33 to $25.12 per hour. Okay. This position actually opened on August 7th. It says it closed from 9 to 2, but I'm sorry, December 2nd. So it closed today, but that's just the dates for you being able to apply online. If you live here in Memphis, you can go to this event, this hiring event. Okay, it is not invitation only. I don't see it anywhere in here where it says that. It says this job is open to the public. You see it right here in blue. So if you live here in Memphis or surrounding areas and you want to work for the IRS seasonal, a seasonal position with the IRS, you can go to the hiring event on September 3rd and 4th at the Hilton Memphis, 939 Ridge Lake Boulevard, Memphis, Tennessee, 38120. This hiring event is going to be from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. So they'll probably be expecting to hire a lot of people. It says 280 vacancies right here to my right. It says 280 vacancies. That's a lot of people. So I would say get there earlier than 9 because it will probably be a lot of people there to try to get a job, as hard as it is to get a job in this economy. So this is the information about the IRS seasonal contact representative job. Okay, it is direct hire, and it is a hiring event on September 3rd and 4th in Memphis, Tennessee at the Hilton Memphis. I will repeat the address: the Hilton Memphis, 939 Ridge Lake Boulevard, Memphis, Tennessee, 38120. The time of this event is 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Okay, the salary is $19.33. That's where it starts. And it tops out at $25.12 an hour. All right. Thank you for listening. Hopefully you will be at this event and you will be hired for the seasonal position. I wish you well on your job hunting journey. Thank you for tuning in. Please like, share, and comment. Subscribe as well. See you next time for another job I will be bringing you. Okay, this is Stephanie with Telehealth Talent. Good night, guys and dolls. See you next time.